Welcome back to another tutorial, and this week also we're making another beautiful summer hat, and that is a crochet visor. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, a measuring tape to check your edge circumference, stitch marker and darning needles. These are the things that you need for this project. Now to make the band for the visor, you're going to do a slip knot and chain 11, so you can customize yours. You can add more rows, but what you need is an even number and one turning chain. So my even number is 10 and one turning chain. So I'm going to skip the first stitch and go into the second stitch and start with a double crochet. I do a double crochet. Into the next stitch I do a single crochet. This is a lemon peel stitch. It is very easy to make and it's pretty straightforward. It's one double crochet in a stitch, in the next stitch a single crochet. So I'll just keep alternating between these two stitches, one double, in the next stitch one single. So I'm going to meet you once I'm done with this row. So this is the last stitch. You should end your last stitch with a single crochet. You should remember that we started the first stitch with a double. So chain one and turn my work. Now I'm going to do row 3. Row 3 is you're always going to start every row with a double crochet. You chain one, turn, one double crochet into the next stitch, one single crochet, one double into the next stitch, one single crochet. So we're going to repeat this row 3. It's just the same thing. We are repeating the same pattern as we did for row 2. One double crochet, one single crochet, alternating. You start with a double crochet, you end with a single crochet, and then you know that your stitch is right. So you need to repeat this row 3 up to I don't know how many rows, but you should have around 53 centimeter for the length, for the full length. 53 centimeter is the measurement for a medium size, so I would say medium adult size. So now I'm done. I have 53 centimeter here. I'm going to join using a single crochet there to join the band together. I'm going to do the measurement now. That is up to 53 centimeter. That is 21 inches. It is important for you to measure. What you need to do is use a measuring tape around your head, and then you will get your circumference, your head circumference. And moving on to the next thing, it's time to join. So this is the right side facing the right side, facing the right side, the two right side facing. So I'm joining from the other side of the art. So we are going to turn it inside out. Okay, so I'm joining with a single crochet stitch. So once you're done with your last row, do not cut off your yarn, because you still need to do the joining together. And I'm not inserting my hook too close to the edge, because there's a chain space from the beginning. So we want to have a very clean and neat look. So try as much as possible not to be too close to the edge when you're joining using the single crochet stitch. I'm going to chain one and fasten off, and voila, I've turned my band inside out. And now it's time to make the visor. I'm going to grab my measuring tape measure 6 centimeters from both sides and put a stitch marker, and do the same thing, 6 centimeters, and put a stitch marker where I have 6 centimeters. And now for the visor, you're going to have about 13 centimeters. So just put a stitch marker there for you to know where you are going to be making the visor. So I'm going to remove my first stitch marker, insert my hook, and this stitch on this stitch here is quite uneven. I'm using 2 strands of the same color, and this is to have the sturdiness and to make the visors firm. I need it to be really firm, so I'm using 2 strands together. I'm going to chain 1 just to secure. Now for the visor, I'm going to be using 1/2 double crochet throughout, so that's 1/2 double crochet into every stitch. So 1/2 double crochet until I get to the other side, until I get to the other stitch marker. And I said earlier, the stitch here is uneven, so you just have to go easy, and wherever you find a stitch, just insert because you might find big spaces, you might find spaces there, but it's okay. Just go ahead and put 1/2 double crochet until you get to the other side of the stitch marker. So this is going to be the last stitch. I remove the stitch marker and put 1/2 double crochet there. Okay, and I go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch. This is row 1, the row 2, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to be doing an increase on this row. So into the first stitch, 1/2 double crochet, into the next stitch, 2/2 double crochet. So from round 2 onward, we are going to have a purple stitch now. So we have 2/2 double crochets there. I just need to bring the camera closer so you can see what I'm doing. So 1/2 double crochet, in the next stitch, 2/2 double crochet. So this is an increase row. Just repeat that until you get to the end. So now I'm going to do the last 2. So I'm going to end this row with a 2/2 double crochet increase. It is important for you to pick up the last stitch. So the last stitch you might not see it, but it's there. Make sure you pick every stitch. So into the last stitch, I'm going to work 2/2 double crochet. Remember, we started with 1/2 double crochet. You must end with an increase 2/2 double crochet. I've done that, and I go into the next stitch and do 1/2 double crochet and a slip stitch, chain 1 and turn. For row 3, I'm going to be putting 1/2 double crochet into every stitch. For row 3, there is not going to be any increase. 1/2 double crochet into every stitch until the end of the row. I'm doing the last half double crochet for this row. I go into the next stitch, okay, into the next stitch and do 1/2 double crochet. I go into the next stitch and I do a slip stitch, chain 1 and turn for round 4. I'm trying to straighten the visor. And now for round 4, after I chain 1, I go to the 4th stitch and do 1 half double crochet. This is an increase row. Into the next, I do 1 half double crochet, and into the 3rd stitch. Into the 3rd stitch, I do 2 half double crochet. So for round 4, I'm increasing on the 3rd stitch. So 1 half double crochet in the 1st stitch, the 2nd, 1 half in the 3rd, 2 half double crochets together. So you're going to repeat this until you get to the end of the row. And now I have done the last half increase into the last stitch. I go into the next stitch, where I did a slip stitch from the previous row, and do 1 half double crochet. Into the next stitch, I do 1 half double crochet, and then I go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch. For row 5, I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and 1 half double crochet into every stitch. Into every stitch, 1 half double crochet. So that is the second one. So I'm going to meet you at the end once I am done with row 5. So this is the last stitch. Now I'm going to do the last few stitches into the to the stitch next to the visor. So I'm going to the next stitch and do 1 half double crochet. Into the next stitch, I do 1 half double crochet, and then I do a slip stitch, chain 1 and fasten off. So I'm almost done with this. One more round to go. So for the next round, I'm going to be using this color to tape the border, just for the border of the visor. So I'm going to start where I did the joining together. Insert my hook, grab the new color, pull through, chain 1 to secure. And now I'm going to be doing a reverse half double crochet, and that is to go not in the the right direction, just to go in a reverse. So 1 reverse single crochet into every stitch. The stitch is not even on the band, but it's you can just pick up the stitch as you go, whatever you can pick up the stitch around the border and do a reverse 1 reverse single crochet into every stitch. So I'm at the end of this round. I'm going to go into the 4th reverse single crochet and do a slip stitch there, and that can be really hard to do, but you need to do a slip stitch and chain 1 and fasten off. And we've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoy the summer visor art, and do not forget to share, subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to my channel, give my video a big thumbs up. Thank you, and see you in the next one.